Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya al-mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah. In the previous video, I've explained to you how this whole connection between our psycho-spiritual physical connection within the framework of Islamic psychology that we attempt to develop. And as I mentioned earlier on, a lot of this research are being done by laboratories in many universities all over the world, various institutes developed by NGOs that are studying this whole connection in terms of how our psychological framework is linked to our nature of the human self. So it is important for us to do that, because basically, for example, if we take, say, the Qalb, we say that in Islam we have the spiritual heart which is connected to the physical heart, and how this spiritual heart, the intuitive self, actually controls the heart, and this heart controls the akal, and how this akal actually then control the brain. So it is a different system, rather than we are saying, okay, the brain controls is just all the brain. For example, if for the atheistic people there's nothing else except this, all this doesn't exist. Alright? So the very existence of this kind of research is important so that we can develop a heart-based world, a world in which our Qalb, because Allah created out of this divine love, so our Qalb is the focus of our love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and our love for our existence, and a love for all creatures on this good earth. And based on that, then we can explain this idea scientifically to those skeptics, those secular materialists who thinks that we have the brain and that's it, when you die you're finished. We can then at least win them over some small measure, because for those hardcore atheists you cannot do much, but at least if we are in a dialogue, peaceful, wonderful dialogue, that we develop this aim, this knowledge, because Islam is a religion of knowledge. We want every single Muslims to imbue themselves with the highest form of knowledge, and the best and the highest form of knowledge is the knowledge of yourself. And that's what we call ilmun nafs. That's psychology actually, but it is an antithesis in the modern world, because psychology is now the study of the brain and nothing else. The neurological function and the diseases that you have, or the phobias that you have, and so on, that's it. Nothing more. But if we can bring back to this idea of the connection of our Qalb to the heart, our akal to our brain, our ruh to our jasad, and all these are integrated in one beautiful way, all right, then we can actually bring across a wonderful framework for Islamic psychology, which is the truth. This is the haqq, this is the truth, and that truth can then be spread out throughout the world by Muslims doing extensive research in our own universities, in our own laboratories, to achieve a better understanding of the nature of our existence on this earth, our own psychology, so that we can help the ummah to achieve peace, happiness and success in this world and the hereafter. So I'm going to show you just a 6-minute video from this Heart Math Institute. They're doing a lot of research in this area of the Qalb and the heart, and they have developed even machines to measure the heart rate variability and so on. But I just want to show you how they want to develop a heart-based society based on the coherence of the heart and our human self, as well as a social and global basis.
Oftentimes this happens by chance rather than by design or intention. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to produce this flow on demand in our day-to-day communications, projects, and challenges? Research shows that when we shift into a coherent state, the heart and brain operate synergistically, like two systems that mesh into one. We can learn how to activate and sustain the synergy between the heart and brain, and prevent stress-producing patterns, along with increasing our mental clarity and discernment capacity. When we do this, our creative solutions for personal, social, and global challenges become more accessible, providing us with more intuitive access and flow. Over the past 20 years, the Institute of Heart Math has produced coherence-building techniques that are intentionally simple and based on scientific research. Our mission theme is to simplify a process for intuitive connection to the soul's wisdom and guidance for unfolding who we truly are. New research suggests that our energetic or spiritual heart is an access point for our natural inner technology, the heart's intuitive intelligence, which can elevate our communications, decisions, and choices to a much higher level of effectiveness. One interesting finding from our research is that when people hold genuine core heart feelings such as appreciation or compassion, it naturally increases their heart coherence. We use the term energetics to refer to the systems that we can't see or touch. For example, our thoughts, emotions, and intuitions. The mind and heart feelings are energetic sources that underlie our thoughts and emotions. They're primary drivers of our biological systems and have a powerful influence on our behaviors, choices, and results. The intuitive, energetic heart is what people have associated with their inner voice throughout history. From our perspective, the energetic heart communicates a steady stream of intuitive information to the mind and brain, which in most cases we only use a small percentage of, because our ego choices overrides the intuitive suggestion. Access to our heart's intuition varies among people, yet we all have it. As we learn to slow down our mind and attune to our deeper heart feelings, our natural intuitive connection can occur. Intuition is like energetic gold. Intuitive insights often unfold more understanding of ourselves, others, issues, and life than years of accumulated knowledge. That's why the state of coherence is rapidly gaining interest. In this state, more and more people are reporting increased access to their heart's intuitive guidance, realizing it's within them. And with a little practice, it's easier to access than they thought. Research conducted in our laboratories has confirmed that when an individual is in heart coherence, the heart radiates a more coherent electromagnetic energy field that can benefit people, animals, and the environment. A growing body of scientific evidence suggests that when there is coherent group cooperation, it results in increased flow, effectiveness, and the potential for higher outcomes. It seems as though the group participants are not only in sync, but are communicating on an unseen energetic level. Our personal coherence can benefit our families, co-workers, friends, pets, and more, simply by our presence. From our research, we know that heart coherence is not an idle state. It reaches out, it influences and supports others in many beneficial ways. Scientific evidence provides support for a global field environment that connects all living systems and consciousness. Many scientists believe that a feedback loop exists between all humans and the Earth's energetic systems. We are working together with other initiatives to realize the increased effectiveness of collective intention and cooperation. There are growing numbers of organizations with tools and techniques that facilitate increased heart connection and collaboration with others. This evolves into a collective opening of the heart, which is a major step towards increasing social and global coherence. We call this heart-based living. IHM, through its Global Coherence Initiative project, is strategically placing 14 sensors around the world to measure the Earth's magnetic resonance. This global network will enable our scientific inquiry into the interconnections between the Earth's magnetic field and collective human emotions and behaviors. Science has shown that the Earth's magnetic field affects humans in profound ways, but our intention is to study how humans, as a collective, affect the Earth's magnetic field environment. Every individual's energy contributes to the global field environment, and each person's thoughts, emotions, and intentions affects the field. A first step in increasing the coherence.
Alhamdulillah, we have seen one of example of from this Hartman Institute, and there are many other initiatives by the various universities of how they can understand this nature of our heart, all right, linked to our qalb, and how our heart is linked to our akal, and our heart is linked to the brain. So actually, within Islamic psychology, we have this cycle called R, which called in this secular sciences, it is just the thoughts only. All right, they call it thoughts. They have your the thoughts that just exist on its own. But from the heart base, we have a different format in which the intuitive heart, this intuitive heart is controlling this physical heart, and this physical heart as well as intuitive akal is actually controlling the brain. And how this whole function together, there is a coherence, and that coherence is something that will then impact our happiness, our sense of tranquility, our sense of purpose in life, and how it affects not only us, our family, the world, this universe, as ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember, the Heart Math Institute is again, they don't talk about religion, because if, in this situation now, they cannot talk about religion, but they are coming very close to religion, but it is in a very open form. For Muslims, we can understand that very clearly, because we are not shying away from saying that Allah created this universe. This universe is all connected. All right, we are all connected. We are connected first and foremost to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who created us, and we are connected to all that He has created, from the point of our existence in Azali to the point of our existence on this earth, and to the point that we return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the spiritual world, is all based on the divine will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He's created this beautiful means of communication, and this is now being researched through the heart, because Allah created the heart as a loci of focus for us to realize His grandeur, His glory, and for us to realize how we can achieve peace, happiness, success, fulfillment in this world and the hereafter. Inshallah.